How much do kids cost? Let's cash in.
Finance for the everyday millennial. Hard charging solutions. We provide an accelerant in the journey towards financial independence.
Welcome back to Cash In with Cash in the financial forum for young professionals. Today we're talking about kids. Now, if you already have kids, you know that they can be expensive. So if you're thinking of having kids, you'll want to start getting financially prepared early. Luckily, researchers at the USDA have already done the hard work of figuring out how much it typically costs to raise a child. Check out the link in the description of this video to dig into the details. According to the USDA, the average cost of raising a child through the age of 17 is about $234,000, or around $13,000 a year. Keep in mind, since that's only through the age of 17, it isn't including the cost of college. Now that may sound like a lot, but don't worry, if you start small, you can get on the path to not just covering these costs, but reaching financial independence. To get a handle on your personal finances, open an account with RINO Invest today. By opening a Club RINO Plus account, you'll have access to a wealth of resources for financial success, from a net worth tracker to checklists, handouts, our reading list, courses, an educational portal, and a forum to speak with other RINOs. Go down to the description of this video and click on the Open an Account link. Hi RINOs, a brief intermission here to ask you if you have subscribed to the video and pressed the like button. If so, we appreciate it, and if not, I'm going to need you to go ahead and do that. Thank you for your support, and let's get back to it. In general, you should expect your expenses to increase slightly as your child ages. When your children are under 2, they'll typically cost about $300 less than the $13,000 annual average, while teenagers between 15 and 17 tend to cost about $900 over the annual average. The types of costs will change even more. For example, teenagers eat a lot more food, so you should expect to pay around double the weekly food costs for a teenager than you did for a young child. Now let's turn to those details. For a typical family, housing costs are easily the biggest share of costs. Having one or more kids means you'll need to own or rent a larger home. For most families, this difference totals about $3,800 annually, or 29% of the total cost of raising kids. Next up is food costs, because the kid eats a lot. A typical family should expect to spend a little over $2,300 a year on additional food for a child. This is about 18% of the total cost. At $2,100 a year, or 16% of total costs, child care and education costs are the third most expensive. These will hit you hardest when your kids are younger than 6 years old. Transportation will cost about $2,000 a year, but these costs are going to be the highest during the teenage years. When your teenager is old enough to drive, you'll need to get them car insurance. This can get expensive. Adding your 16-year-old to your car insurance policy runs an average of about $2,500 a year. Another significant insurance expense will be health insurance. For a typical family, health care costs run about $1,200 a year. Speaking of all types of insurances, life insurance is crucial for a family, especially if your income cannot be easily replaced if the unexpected were to happen. This can protect your family from financial devastation. To learn more about insurance, and particularly life insurance, click the link you see on your screen right now. Then there are some smaller costs. Expect clothes to run you about $600 a year. Typical families also spend about $900 a year on miscellaneous things like extracurriculars. Lastly, don't forget about saving for college. Currently, the average cost of full-time undergraduate tuition ranges from about $19,000 to $15,000 per year. The earlier you start, the more time you'll have to build up savings plan like the 529. Given the high and growing cost of raising a child, the earlier you start building a budget, living below your means, and getting on the road to financial independence, the better. Subscribe to this channel to see more of our content, and click the bell icon to receive a notification when a new video is published. Thanks for watching, and until next time, this is Cassian, reminding you that it is always a good time to cash in with Cassian.